Focus. It's American Heart Month, and today we're talking about your heart health with Dr. Carla Martin, consulting physician with the Rhode Island Department of Health. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So February, Valentine's Day, we're thinking a lot about hearts, but we're not talking about the romance side of things. We're talking about our physical heart health. So what's your message to people this February? It is Heart Health Month. Who is most at risk and how prevalent is all of this?
Well, so heart disease is the #1 killer in men and women in Rhode Island and nationally.
Wow.
And I think the key message I'd like to tell people is that we can all prevent heart disease, and we can all do things to improve our heart health.
Is anyone in particular more at risk? You said it's the #1 killer of men and women, but are there specific populations that are more at risk?
So as you get older, you have a higher risk of developing heart disease. If you have certain diseases such as hypertension, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, these things all put you at greater risk of developing heart disease.
And when we're talking about heart disease, I mean, of course, you know, we think about heart attacks, but what else falls under the umbrella of heart disease?
So heart disease encompasses problems with your heart and your circulation. You know, this includes peripheral vascular disease, so poor circulation in your legs. This includes stroke, congestive heart failure. These things would all kind of fall under that sort of umbrella.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's talk about prevention. What can we do to keep our hearts healthy?
That's a great question. So I would say the first thing would be movement. So really important to move your body. So you don't have to go to a gym, you don't have to have an hour of exercise. If you can get up to 30 minutes more or less of movement a day, this could be done in increments. You can do 5 to 10 minutes at a time. Do some laps around your office, especially if you're sedentary. You can be watching the news while you're marching in place or doing jumping jacks. So movement is really key. The other thing would be your nutrition. So what you're putting in your body, as we all know, is very important. Your plate should be mostly fresh fruit and vegetables. Lots of whole grains are important. Cutting down saturated fats. So cutting down the red meat, you know, the creams, the butters, you know, the pastries, this kind of stuff. Eating more whole grains. And eating less processed foods. So when you go to the supermarket, most of the highly processed foods are in the middle aisles. If you go around the circumference of the supermarket, the periphery is where most of your fresh foods are. So things in a box tend to have, you know, lots of chemicals plus sugars, fats, salts. That's what's used to process the food. So, so really focus on your nutrition. Those are a couple of things I suggest.
Diet and exercise, so important. And going around the outside of the supermarket, I never realized that was the best way to get those whole foods. Any signs or symptoms people should be aware of when it comes to heart disease?
So that's a really great question. So the classic thing we think of is chest pain. So people who are having angina or heart attack complain of sort of a crushing chest pain. Sometimes it goes to the shoulder and down the arm, often with sweating, shortness of breath, your heart beating fast. But there's a really big difference. In women, women don't always present that way. Sometimes women have symptoms that seem more vague, like fatigue, dizziness, some indigestion, and women are often not diagnosed in a timely manner with heart disease. So I would say really, first of all, obviously, if you're having severe symptoms, call 911 and get help. The sooner you get help, the better. Get your regular checkups with your primary care professional. That's important in terms of prevention. Another thing that's really important that I did want to mention is stop smoking. And there are many resources out there to help you stop smoking. Your primary care doctor or professional. If you call 1-800-QUIT-NOW, you can get some free resources there, or the Department of Health website. And other things are controlling your stress. Stress increases inflammation, which affects your heart, and getting more sleep. 7 to 8 hours of restful, fit sleep is what we suggest.
Lots of great and important information. Dr. Carla Martin from the Department of Health, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.